Good morning! We are back with Sonic 2. And if ever you want a good reason not to try and play video games after, you know, not having hardly any sleep or whatever, or when you're ill, my recording attempts at Casino Night Zone should probably be a good example. Not that Casino Night is hard or anything. In fact, this is actually the easiest level in the game. Yeah, I think this is easier than Emerald Hill by a long shot, actually. The zone in question offers very little in the way of challenge, and it's basically just one giant fun house. You bounce all over the place, load of pinball mechanics. The hell did I just bounce off? There's some mild platforming sections like that, but really, this zone offers very little in the way of threat. In fact, you almost have to try to take damage in this zone. Note, the zone itself, not an issue. What we do have standing in our way is two other obstacles. The first of which is the 7th Chaos Emerald. Which really isn't actually that bad if you don't screw up. A lot easier than Chaos Emerald 5 and 6, just don't screw up the first bit. The only real difficulty here is this first section, which has a fairly tight ring quota. So basically, don't screw up and don't go into the bombs. Especially about where you place your jumps. I should be okay. Are we okay? We're okay. We're good. Okay, once you pass the first section, you're pretty much safe. The rest of this special stage is a piece of cake. Mostly because at this point, you get some very predictable patterns. They like to swap sides. Except when they don't, like here. Here they don't switch sides for quite some time. And fun fact, we've nearly made our next ring total. Which is a good thing because you get this nonsense. Yeah! Patterns, let's just throw rings at you at random. This is all about remembering when the bombs come. Now there's a ring coming now. Didn't jump too early, we're good. Basically just remember where the bombs are and you're fine. And jump. Dut, 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 and jump. And we're sorted. Special stage number 7 is down. Honestly, a lot easier than the ones that come before it. Only hard bits the first bit. It's still very easy to mess up on the first bits if you do a bad jump or whatever. But honestly, the rest of that special stage is a piece of cake. And so's Casino Night. I'm not joking when I'm saying this is the easiest level in the game. It's the easiest level in the game. There is very little to threaten you here. There's one solitary bandit type, which appears so infrequently it might as well not be there. In addition, the bandit itself is so slow, it might as well not be there. I don't think we even saw him in Act 1. We'll see him now, Carlton. They're a bit more frequent in Act 2. Here he is. His stick is he's immune from the front, but a quick spin dash up the backside and you pop him. And that's Carlton. And he does not appear very often in this zone. Although rather interestingly, he's one of the few bandits in the game whose graphics don't get corrupted when you place him in debug mode, not via the boss. Which I find quite funny. Oh, his colour palette goes all over the place, but the actual graphics stay the same. rather neat effect, actually. What you've got left is a zone with not much pain. Except for one little tiny thing right at the end. You see, you know, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Robotnik's actually made a somewhat decent machine. I know, shocking, isn't it? Well, the machine certainly is. Yep, we actually get an Eggman battle, which is actually somewhat of a threat. This is going to be the hardest boss to come across for quite some time, actually. So I do not mind grabbing the invulnerability box and running forward. Let's grab some free hits in. Don't remember the name of this boss, but it has 2 attacks. One of which is to drop a bomb on your head. The bombs split into twain. Basically, the main guy dealing with the boss is to spin dash up the sides. Don't even try using the pinball mechanics. And we're done. Long bloody last. That boss is a lot more threatening than I made it look. And you will see why in the outtakes. Basically, it's very, very easy to mess up and just, you know, land on that electrified part of him. But still, we are done with Casino Night. At last. I'm rambling. Let's pop the bandit machine. That was Casino Night. And there were absolutely no outtakes on the zone, but where there were outtakes were, well, I think I just explained to you where they were. So let's take a look at those, shall we? And now we get this balmy madness. Rings! Rings everywhere! Good luck picking these up. Just spin around in a circle and hope the 4 devils you're going to pick something up. And then try and avoid all the bombs. That's not avoiding bombs. I may have failed this. You know what? Didn't I say counter getting hit in the versus straight counter as taking damage? Yeah, I did. Okay. That's an outtake. There's pretty much a constant stream of bombs lining the floor. However, the pattern of the rings is very predictable. So, no worries there then. Yeah, I just failed that. For as easy as the stage is, boss actually has some danger to him. Like that. Damn it! As little danger as the zone actually provides, the boss does. Requiring a pretty bizarre strategy to deal with him, really. Oh, for God's sake, why did I do that? Bombs which split out into 2 very small, that was very close, projectiles, and what? Why do I keep doing that? I am an idiot. But stop it! Stop losing to this stupid machine. So, looking back at the outtakes, it's clear to me that most of them were my own fault. That being said, it doesn't mean the machine Robotnik made here was not nasty, because it certainly was. It's very easy here to mistime your spin dash, as happened to me on several occasions, to either go careening back into one of the bombs he's dropped, or even to go careening into the electrical portion of his ship. This is a particularly easy thing to do with this boss fight, and makes it one of the more threatening bosses in the game. Still keeping a cool head, you will get through it more times than not. As for the zone, on the other hand, the zone does not offer much in the way of resistance. The only real threatening thing here are the large blue blocks which can crush you, and even then they do the same thing every time you play this level, meaning you're not likely to get crushed after your first few attempts here. In fact, the level's so not threatening, I'm going to, for the first time, grant a level a 0 rating on the threat scale. This doesn't mean it's a bad level, far from it, it's fun. It's a really fun level. It's one of the best levels in the game, as shown by how often the other Sonic games like to rip it off. It just so happens to be quite an easy level here. Still, it's not bad. Not bad at all. And sometimes it is quite fun just to do a level which has no threat attached to it, particularly when the boss itself does. I debated on what rating to give the boss, and ultimately I'm going to settle on a 4. I know this guy's more threatening than I showcased here, I know he is, and I know that from experience. As always, my ratings are based on how difficult things are to beat without taking damage, not necessarily how difficult they are anyway. This particular boss happens to be somewhat difficult to defeat anyway, so there's that. And with that, we're done with Casino Night. Coming up next is Hilltop Zone, so I'll catch you then. Hopefully there won't be such a long wait between videos this time, and I shall catch you later.